Hey guys, and welcome along to another video. To all you regular viewers of the channel, welcome back. If this is your first time here on this channel, we cover all sorts of GT Sport related content, so if this is a bit of you, make sure you subscribe. And once subscribed, make sure you click that little bell icon next to it as well, so you don't miss a single video. Today's video is the next video in our Beginner to Winner series. This series documents my journey of putting down the controller, turning off all assists, and then trying to achieve my ultimate goal of becoming an A+ ranked driver. Make sure you stay tuned to the very end of the video to see where I finish and how it affects my driver rating. So, let's get into it. Today in this video we're going to cover two sprint races, two 6-lappers around Brands Hatch GP. We're in GR2 as you can see. I'm in the Lexus and we're going to try and build on the two great results we had last time out, including our first win at Interlagos. So two solid results required, ideally above where we qualified. Now I'm going to hit the Spaniard up the backside a little bit there after I was a little bit distracted as someone went straight on a Graham Hill bend. So we're going to come into Surtees here and people are going off all over the place. I get further distracted and I end up getting a bit of a wiggle on, get on the power too early, and that's going to give me a real loss of speed coming down the hill into Hawthorne. So we're going to have a look on the radar, give the guy enough space so there's no contact and we don't end up in the wall, and we're down to 10th. But if we look up ahead here, this guy here has ghosted out and it's distracted the Frenchman, and the Frenchman is off as well. So absolute chaos in front of us in the first lap here. Trying to keep ourselves out of trouble is the main thing, and a massive tip from me, just try and stay out of trouble. Especially in these sprint races, people are pushing so hard, they'll often throw their race away by trying to get the win every single time and getting over aggressive. So try and stay as calm as possible, and the results, I hope, should come to you. As we come up the hill here into Druids, we're going to pass another couple of people who are ghosted out, I presume serving penalties. So we're up to 6th place now. We haven't done too badly, we started in 11th, so we're up 6 places in just over one lap. We got a little bit of a gap to the guy in front and the same with the guy behind, so we're just going to try and keep it cool, as I said before, and just not make any mistakes because we're in a good position right now. I'm going to try and push reasonably hard, but not overly hard, as this circuit, as we all know, can bite really quite badly if you get it wrong and you push too hard, and see if we can catch and then hopefully put a move on the guy in front. As we come across the line here to start lap number 4, I'm pleased to report we're still in 6th. We haven't managed to throw it away yet. We've lost a little bit of time to the guy in front, the Spaniard there in 5th, but we've got no pressure now from the guy behind. Saying that though, look up ahead, the German is off. He's gone off at Graham Hill Bend now, so we're up to 5th place. So we've gone up 6 places from where we started. This is going to do our driver rating no end of good if we can hang on to it. So that's going to be, I'm looking up ahead at the Spaniard, but I'm not really worried about him now. I'm going to settle for 5th if I can, and my eyes are going to turn back behind us towards keeping that German behind. He was much faster than us in qualification, so I know he's got it in the locker, and I know that I have also got it in my locker to throw it away. So I'm going to be reasonably conservative. Although we're catching the German up in front, the Spaniard up in front, I'm not worried about it as such. I'm just trying to consolidate this 5th place. And as we cross the line to start the penultimate lap, he's about 3 seconds behind us and counting. He's taken a second out of us on that lap alone. He's now less than 3, it was just gone up, but he's in the high 2s now, so the pressure is starting to ramp up a little bit. Got to keep this smooth, got to keep it between the lines while carrying the speed, and we've just got to hang on to this. Up ahead as well, there's another yellow flag here. I presume the guy in third has got it wrong. Yep, there he is. He's also got a penalty for that, but we can't think about that again. Thinking behind us, thinking behind us. Keep this guy behind. So we're coming down Hawthorne Hill here into Hawthorns. Trying to carry as much speed as possible before we get down to Westfield and Dingledell. Cut the corner there, do not go onto the gravel on the left hand side. Coming through Sheen, which is such a dangerous corner at this track for me. Too many times have I seen myself get that back left tyre onto the grass and we've been round, and I've seen loads and loads of people do it as well, so I'm sure it's happened to some of the people watching this. So a little bit of a recap to the guy behind now. He's about 2 seconds, he's now under 2 seconds behind us. If I were to look behind, we would be able to see him. So we've got 1 lap now, we should be fine as long as we keep going the way we are. Coming round Drewis here, down into Graham Hill, be patient on the throttle, otherwise you'll end up in that tyre barrier on the right. Come down through Graham Hill, down the Cooper Straight towards Surtees. Surtees is one of my favourite corners on the entire game. It's so satisfying when you get it right, but I haven't got it right there. Missed the apex, and the guy in 6th is right there. Although he's got a penalty, I don't know what that penalty is. He's right with us. The pressure's getting to me a little bit. I run a little bit wide there. You can now see him right with us in the rear view. Now there are a couple of danger points here for me. This one coming through Sheen Curve, I almost got on the grass there. So there's an opportunity for him to come down into Stirling's. He doesn't take it. He compromises his run here down the straight and to clearway, so I think we're going to be okay. Looking up ahead, the Spaniard's having an equally poor time, but he's going to hang on to 4th, and we are going to come home to take 5th. Fantastic result considering where we finished, and so happy I hung on. So here's confirmation of 5th place for us. Gone up 6 places from where we started, and we got a clean race bonus as well. The German behind us actually had a 2-second penalty, so there was no need for all that pressure, but it was good to hold on nonetheless. Moving on to race number 2 now, we start in 11th again. Now I don't think we're going to be able to do as well as we did before. We had a lot of luck there, a lot of things fell into our laps. But if we can get a top 10 finish here, maybe a 9th or an 8th, I'll be very happy indeed, and escape with my tail between my legs and take those driver points. Just having a look around there to see what's going on, and we're going to get underway and just try and stay clean for this first lap. And to be honest, throughout the whole race, people in these sprint races go absolutely nuts, are massively aggressive, more so in daily race B than they are C. So I'm going to come down to the first corner, I'm going to take a look, I'm not going to make a move here. You can see someone right at my chuff in the radar there, so I'm going to go to the outside so that I have the inside coming down to Graham Hill. Thankfully he pulled out of it and we've kept our 11th place. Coming through Graham Hill there, here's our first casualty as a fellow Brit. Coming down here to my favourite corner, or one of them at least, on the track, and down Pilgrim's Drop. Just staying behind the Spaniard here into Hawthorns. It's not an overtaking place for me at all, and the yellow flags are out again. Who is off? Who we've got this time? Well, he's gone, I didn't even see that, but we flew past someone. There was also another issue, so now we've got a gaggle of 3 guys up in front. The Spaniard's gone now. It's just proving what I say, guys. Try and keep it cool and don't be overly aggressive, especially around this track. I've fallen for it foul so many times myself, but now I've learned to be a bit more patient and let the races come to me. As you've noticed, the results are getting much better. So after an eventful first lap, we're now up to 8th, 3 places above where we started, and to be honest, I'm quite happy to consolidate where we are. Not going to be too aggressive now, just going to try and bring this home without any issues, being patient on the throttle, especially in areas like this, coming down into Graham Hill Bend, and If anyone else makes a mistake, we should be in a position to capitalise, but if not, I'd be happy with 8th and just collect those driver points. We rejoin the action a lap further down the line, and we managed to keep about a 2-second gap to the guys in front, keeping myself on the track conservatively while staying in touch if any of them make a mistake. And look up ahead, there we go. If you notice, he managed to get himself just onto the gravel there, and that's just given us enough opportunity to squeeze through. Only just mind, he unghosted right behind us, and now we've got 2 guys right behind us. So the pressure's going to be on. Are we going to be able to keep 7th place? As we come out of Clark here and coming down at the start finish straight into Paddock Hill Bend, we need to pick our braking point here, get the nose in. He's gone too deep, if you saw in the rear view, which means he's going to get overtaken, and they're going to start battling, which hopefully will give us a chance to at least scamper away a little bit into the distance and buy ourselves some more time. That should allow us to hopefully hang on to 7th place. There's yellow flags up again. Somebody else has made a mistake. So distracting when this happens. And yes, it is the Spaniard in 6th. It hasn't been a big enough mistake for us to catch him, but still it shows the mentality of these people in the sprint races. It's just been absolutely frantic. So now he's right up behind us now. He actually hits us, I think. The screen certainly goes black. I didn't hear it though, and he is all over us. I'm really distracted by him in our rear view. Coming down into Sterling's here, I'm going to try and get a good drive out. You can see him in the radar there. I don't think he's close enough to make a move down into clear ways, but he may well get us down the start finish straight, so I'm not going to fight it at this point. He's clearly much faster than us. And as he's in such a rush, I'm hoping with his penalty or a mistake that we somehow get that place back. So 6th is gone, we're down into 7th, and it looks as if, yep, somebody else is going to chuck it down the inside into Druids. I just don't get as good a drive out, and we've lost 2 places. And whilst disappointed that I've lost those 2 places, we're actually still net up from where we were before. And they've both got penalties, as we say. I don't think I'll be able to hang on to them because they were both rapid in comparison to me. But you never know, it could be a 5 or 10-second penalty. So we're going to keep pushing, but stay within our limits and see what we can get out of this race. Coming through to the most technical bit of the track here for me. Really quick, really difficult. And look up ahead, he's just going to get it a little bit wrong. In a similar incident that we saw earlier, back left onto the gravel, round, and he's out of the game. So back up to 7th. Guys, consistency pays so well. There's such a return on investment if you just are just a little bit more relaxed. Don't try and push and win, just try and get a positive result every time, and sometimes the races will just come to you, as you've seen in these last 2 races that we've covered. So we're going to stay on board for the last lap here. Coming through Paddock Hill Bend, up Halewis Hill towards Druids. We've got a decent-ish gap to the Spaniard behind, a good second, but it's growing. So I think we should be okay with that. I'm not too worried about him at this point. Coming down into Graham Hill Bend, down the Cooper Straight towards Surtees. We can just see the guy in the rear view there. Coming out of Surtees, we get a decent drive out, up Pilgrim's Drop, and through into Hawthorns here. Now, learning from everybody else, we're not going to make a mistake here. Be extra conservative through here. Out of Hawthorns safely, through Westfield. Do not go onto that gravel as we've seen people do before. Up towards Dingle Dell and Sheen. We've managed to survive that. Down to Sterling's, get that nose in. Come down the back straight towards Clearways and Clark Curve. And it looks like we're going to hang on if I get this corner right and be patient on the power, which I've managed to do. We're going to come home and collect a 7th to go with our 5th from earlier. A great couple of results. So following these great set of results for us, or at least I think so anyway. The 5th and the 7th there, we've actually managed to go from 20,850 points up to 21,953. So we need 30,000 points to get up to A, which I want to do by the end of the month. And it looks as if we got past the hardest times and our driver rating is starting to increase. But whether we can keep going in this positive direction or not, I don't know, so make sure you watch future videos on the channel and stay tuned to see how I get on. And with that, guys, that's the end of the video. I hope you enjoyed the video. Thank you so much for watching. If you did, please hit the like button and make sure you subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. Thanks again so much for watching, guys, and I'll see you in the next one. Cheers.